In today's video, I'm going to update my work on the S&P. Now, a while back, I told you that when we had the 513 EMA crossover to the downside, that the market became vulnerable to at least a deeper downside correction. Now that we saw, and I'm not going to tell you that it's over yet, but I will show you some parameters and what I'm looking at as far as this market's concerned. We do have the last low being made at a combination of a 100% of a prior decline that came in at the 2800 area, and then we also had a 618 retracement of a prior low to high swing that came in at 2791, and we did indeed put in a low there. And typically, if this was a more important low, our target's going to be the 1272 extension. Okay, but since we did, or we also still have the 5 below the 13, we're going to still anticipate a possible failure somewhere on a pullback to this last high. It may not happen, but at least you want to be prepared for it and be prepared to, GTFO after this last setup that we saw here. So let's go down to the 120 and I'll show you some more. So here on the 120-minute chart, one of the things I started doing was running timing on an intraday chart. So for example, when I ran it from this last high for the next possible low, this is where the histogram showed a confluence of timing cycles at the same time that we were testing that key support. Beyond that, we had also extended this prior low to high swing, and many moves tend to terminate at extensions of prior swings, so we knew it was in the position to possibly put in a short-term low. And hey, yeah, we've gotten a nice rally since then. But here is the last decision that we had in today's session. I projected the timing off of this low for the next possible high. We also had some price resistance with some symmetry and a 618 retracement there. And here's where I ran it for, the possible high off of this last low. And you can see that as we were testing resistance, we had to watch for, possible failure and sell entry. Now you did get a pullback from that area, but does that mean I just want to short everything and, place a stop above here? Not necessarily, okay? Because your next decision comes in like this. I mean, it's going to come from these prior declines because the immediate trend from this last low is still bullish. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple projections here as far as support, and let's see, we have one more here. Yeah, we don't really need that one. So now we have to watch on the way down. If we end up holding above this symmetry support, we could easily get another swing up. So that's what I want you to watch in the next session or so, and we'll see. If the bullish pattern remains intact, then yes, we'll look for or have anticipation that it will eventually extend through this resistance. But if you can't clear this resistance and timing that we had in price, and then we also break this support, then I get a little bit concerned about the market again.